Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I am reading the recipe that I'm making today. I'm going to be making, I hope you join me. If you have it, you don't. We're having braised short ribs of beef, and we are going to serve this with potatoes boiled in their jackets. That's the term, jackets means in their skin. And coleslaw. They also say that beer goes excellent with this dish. Well, I don't drink, but I'm sure my son will, one of them's home today, and I'm sure he will have a beer with it. So I'm going to get stuff together, and I will be back, and we'll start putting this together. Okay, I think I've got things pretty much where I can show you what has to be done. You need the bottom part of your broiler. You do not need the top. And you're going to slice an onion and put it on the base. Just like that. Now you are going to need 5 to 6 pounds of short ribs, but don't worry, I'm not worried about it because I'm going to use the bones for stock. But look how much meat is on these. Here is the bone right here. This is the bone that I'm holding on. The rest is all meat. So you can feed a lot of people on this. Now he wants you to set these on their side. So that's what I'm going to do right now. These are too beautiful not to cook, you know. This is why it's hard to find short ribs sometimes, because you know, when you buy them during a certain time of the year, there's very little meat on them. But if you catch them at the right time, you can get a lot of meat off these, and they're very tender. A lot of people don't realize just how tender this is. All right, now that's what he wants us to do, and I just built fluid and blood all over my cookbook again. Oh, God. Now I have to put this like this, or I won't be able to read the recipe on the other page. Okay, listen, I'm just going to have to move my book from here. I wonder if I could put it on the other side. Give me a minute. Since I'm not on this side, maybe I can put it over here and keep it clean for me and my accidents. Now you are going to put in a small bowl 3 minced pieces of fresh garlic, 1 teaspoon of thyme, and 1 teaspoon of rosemary. You know, I'm going to put these closer together so I can do this really nice and they can support each other while they're doing this. And you're going to sprinkle this. And is this a James Beard recipe? Yes. The one where he acknowledges that we have a culinary cooking, which this is all American. He says he likes this better than the classic one, but like I told you, somebody stole my book. He was the one who taught me how to slam bread on the counter when I told you about that a long time ago. I said, it's in the cookbook. I haven't found the bread recipe in this one yet, but I'm sure if you give me time, I will find it. Now what you're going to do with this, you're going to broil this about 6 inches from the heat until beautifully browned. All right, so I'm going to put this in the oven. I already moved my shelf up. If you have to measure with a ruler, measure, but you've got to be about 6 inches away from it. And we're going to broil these until they turn a nice golden brown on this side. Inches from the broiler. Oh no, I'm going to go down one. that is 6 inches. It's going to be that far, 6 inches exactly from the broiler. Okay. Now remember, you have to leave the door ajar, or you could end up burning them. And while that's going, we're going to do something else. So, 1 minute. Okay, now you want 4 carrots cut in half, and you need 1 chopped onion. And then from this bowl, in another bowl, you put 12 small onions. You're going to need 12 of them. Pearl, they're called pearl. And in a frying pan, you're going to need 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of oil. All right, so I'll move you over here in a bit, just give me some time. You're going to be seeing everything from where you're at now. If I don't knock you over, which I'm hoping not. Now they want us to melt this, and we're going to put these in there. So we're just waiting for this to melt. He's very quick not to tell you the temperatures unless it's absolutely necessary. So he assumes that you already have some cooking knowledge. James Beard was very good about that. And you can see why I taught you the word jacket, because he uses the term a lot. He doesn't always peel his potatoes, so he'll say potatoes with their jackets, which means their skin. So whenever you hear the term, it means to leave the skin on the vegetables. Now he said that we just want the meat to get a golden brown, and then we'll take care of it. Oh, I hate having water in my butter. It used not to do that, but it's doing it now, so they're getting cheap. If they continue like this, and I get this much water in my butter, I'll start making my own butter. That is a lot of water. Isn't this interesting to do vegetables like this? Oh yeah, this is my vegetable one. So I can't even remember which is which. I have to smell everything. Now these short rib bones I will collect when we're done eating, stick them in a bag and stick them in the freezer with my other bones, and then I will cook them down and get all the minerals and bone marrow and everything out of them. So I want to make sure that I can use it in other dishes to keep our bones strong in the house. I have to walk over here and do the rest of the recipe. All right. You're now going to add your 12 little onions. Then turn this flame down and put a lid on it. And we are going to let them cook. When the little onions are tender, that's when we turn the flame off and we'll put them to the side. Oh God, that smells so good. We're going to need 1 cup of stock. I'm using vegetable, but you can use your beef stock if you wish. If you don't have beef or vegetable, you can swing with the chicken. People do sometimes do that. If you don't and you have bouillon cubes, then do that. I don't use those. Salt content, they're so salty. Okay, so we're at a holding. So we have to wait now. And there's nothing we can do, we just have to wait. We know these are cooking, we gotta wait till that side browns, a good golden brown. And then we'll take them out and we'll turn them on the other side, add salt and pepper, and brown that side. And that's what we're gonna be doing. So let's see, I'm gonna have to get a mat over here, and I'll have to be able to push you back so you don't get burnt and I don't get burnt. I love these strong mats, and you know what? You can't find them anymore. They're natural, they break down, go back into the earth, they can be rotated. As they say, the cycle, but you can't find them. I'm not ready to eat, but this will make me want to eat. When you get smells like this, you start thinking, oh, it's time to eat. And it's not. So listen, I don't think you want to hear me prattle, so I'm going to sit there and pause you till we're ready to turn them over. Okay. Now what you're going to do is we're going to turn these over to the other side, just like that. Well, this one's going to need support. Now what are you going to do? You're going to add salt and pepper on this side. I don't think I can use my salt mixture on this. I won't be able to sprinkle it. So I'll use iodized salt. We're going to put them back in the broiler. And we want to brown this side next. With that side done, we'll move to the next part. Keep an eye on your pearl onions with the chopped onion and carrots. When the onions are tender, that's when you turn it off and move it to the side. Okay, we just took them out. Now what you're going to do is turn them bone side down. And now we're going to stick them back in the oven on broil, and we're going to toast this side as well. Or if you wish to say browned it, like we did the other sides. Now something I always do is when I take something out of the broiler, I turn it off. Even though it's going to be going back in, I always turn it off. I don't leave it going all the time like that because you can overheat it. Okay, I'm going to show you my onions and carrots. They are done. Here they are. I'm going to put them to the side. They're all done. Close. It's a broiler. You're cruising the crumbs. So they're done. We got the vegetables done. Now we got to work on the meat. Okay, here they are. Let me get a plate to put them on the back. Don't worry, we're not done cooking them yet. We are getting them out so we can deal with something first. And then we'll put them back in. They do look good. You cannot say they don't look good. They look delicious. And this could feed a lot of people. So if you want to cut this down, you can. You don't have to use as much as the recipe says. Now what they want us to do is take all the, let me read these instructions again. Okay, if you have a lot of fat in yours, they want you to take the fat off, okay? Gee, that's all I've got. That's what they said. Anyway, I'll put it in a cup. Let me find something to put it in. Do a bowl, a small bowl should do it. I don't even have a small bowl. Oh, come off of me. All right, so they want you to take the fat off. They didn't say anything about the onions. They just said just get the fat off. And that's what they want you to get off. You know, what I hate about these towels is there's not 100% cotton. If they were, they would dry dishes out. When you add polyester to them, they don't dry the dishes. That's the notation of Sandra's complaint. I'm just going to pour the fat off. If you have more than 3 tablespoons, they want you to skim it. Okay. Might have a little less than that. We'll find out when we do it. Now we're going to put the meat back in here, bone side down. They want you to pour 3 tablespoons of the fat over this. And I think that's all I've got. A little less. Okay. Now, believe it or not, they want you to pour 1 cup of stock in here. Now, if you're doing this on top of the stove, they want you to put the foil over it tightly where there's no steam escaping. Bring it to a boil, turn it down to simmer, and cook it till tender, which he said could take approximately 45 minutes to 1.5 hours. Now, I'm not doing mine like that. I'm going to do mine a little different. We're going to drop the temperature to 300 in the oven. We're actually going to bake ours at 300. If you wish to do it on the top, you can. We have to wrap this very, very tightly with foil. Which I'm going to do. You guys think I have so much room in the kitchen. And as you can see, I don't have room in my kitchen. I'm going to seal this up now. I'm actually tucking it really tight. I'll show you. See how I'm tucking it tight under there? Right under the rinse. I'm going right under there to make sure. And this is sealed. When I open it, these will be done. I know it's a little hotter than 300, but put it down there soon enough. So that is it till those things are done. So I'll put you on pause for that long pause. This is going to be about an hour, hour and a half, I guess. But anyway, I'll see you when they're done. Okay, it's done. I'm all excited about it. Here it is. It turned out beautiful. And the smells of the seasoning are just coming up your nose. And I would eat it now, but it's still morning. But believe you me, I would sink my teeth into it. It really smells that good. So listen, you have a great day and enjoy the nice weather. Bye-bye.